Sivya, you are always asking questions. Let me ask questions to you. Yeah? What do the Vedas say? A famous statement by Srila Prabhupada. Atato Brahma Jignasa. Vedas is telling us, find out who you are. Higher reality, dimension. Yeah? We have to find out who we are. Are we the body with flesh and blood? Are we 7 liters of blood running in the body? And if there is accident, if 1 liter of blood goes away, we will be like this. Why 1 liter? Even 200 ml of blood is gone. We are fainting. So are we that body? Are we that body with the bones and skeletons? Are we that? Then who are we? Krishna gives a higher dimension. That is why we are studying Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, Bhagavad Gita, higher dimension. That who are we? We are a person living in the body. What a knowledge! Which university is teaching this? Melbourne University, Monash University. You go, they'll tell you how to make more money and how to be miserable in this world. The more money one gets, the more miserable. Because they don't know how to use the money. If you give the money to the temple, yes, it's good. It's given for a divine cause. But if you do not know to spend the money, what will happen? Drinking, smoking, drugs, what else, what not. So therefore, it's very important that we understand what is spiritual intelligence. So here, in the translation, we read once again, this matter is undoubtedly very wonderful. Indeed, my intelligence has become disturbed. All of you listen, I'll be asking questions, okay? Just as the flame of a candle is disturbed by the blowing wind. O Narada Muni, you know everything. Let me know the cause of this wonderful event. Now, who is talking this to whom? Yeah? Otherwise, if you do not know the context, then we'll be lost. Sometimes, when you go to a park, yeah, we all go to the park, isn't it? When you go to the park, in Melbourne, a park has got 4 or 5 entrances, yeah? A very big park. Sometimes you go and you're lost. We don't know which entrance we entered and which entrance we're going to come out. So it says, you are here. Then we say, oh, we are here. And from there, we can know, I'm going to go like this and then come back. So in the same way, we should know the context. Bhagavatam is like a big ocean. And we should know what is the context we are talking about today's episode. Otherwise, we'll be lost. Like just getting you to a big park. So what is the context here? Who is speaking this? What is the wonderful event? If we stop the Bhagavatam class, all will be talking. But in the Bhagavatam class, only the speaker has to talk. Yes? Yes. Yudhishthira Maharaj. So what's happening here? We started off this chapter 1, with Sukadeva Goswami and Parishit Maharaj conversations going on. Yeah? Text number 1. When we started, we are on text number 21 today. So the new canto we started, new chapter, 7th canto, 1st chapter, verse number 21. So the very first text was, what is it? So let us recap. Yeah? King Parishit inquired. Parishit Maharaj is inquiring Sukadeva Goswami, my dear Brahmana, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu, being everyone's well-wisher, he is equal and extremely dear to everyone. Then, how did he become partial like a common man for the sake of Indra and just kill Indra's enemies? This was a question. So, Maharaj Parishit is asking this question to Sukadeva Goswami, that Lord Vishnu has killed Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu just to protect Indra's, the king of heaven's interest. So, does it mean that the Lord is partial? Does it mean that the Lord is not equal to everyone? So this is a question raised or posed by Maharaj Parishit to Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva Goswami started explaining, talking from the next verse onwards. And in the text number 13, text number 13, which we saw a few days back, Sukadeva Goswami starts to narrate a past incident from text number 13. What is that? This is talking, yes, Parishit Maharaj, there was a conversation during the Rajasuya sacrifice between King Yudhishthira and Narada Muni. Let me explain to you. He starts there. And what is that he's trying to explain? He's going to give a vivid example. Answering to, see, Sukadeva Goswami is answering, get this point correctly. Sukadeva Goswami is answering to Maharaj Parishit's question that is the Lord equal or partial? That is the question. So while answering, Sukadeva Goswami is giving a previous incident that has happened before, and that is a conversation between Narada Muni and Yudhishthira Maharaj. So that is a conversation that's mentioned here. In the Rajasuya sacrifice, Lord Krishna is a recipient of the full sacrifice, okay? He is made as the enjoyer of that sacrifice. And everyone agreed for it. But this Dantavakra and Shishupal, they were against. All of you know this. Shishupal started blaspheming Krishna, the supreme authority. He started blaspheming. One after another, after another, after another. But earlier, Krishna has given him a warning that if you exceed 100, you are finished. But he did not care, just like the materialistic person. There is a law of karma. No one knows that. So the Lord is also giving one after another, for all this conditioned soul. But they're taking it very lightly. So what will happen? If the karma accumulates, one has to suffer. So in the same way, King Krishna said, Shishupal, just be mindful. You're crossing the limit. If you cross 100, you're finished. But he did not care. He kept on blaspheming. And then, at one point, Shishupal crossed the limit of 100 times blaspheming Krishna. And Krishna, what he did? He sent his Sudarshan Chakra, he beheaded Shishupal. And then, all the people in the assembly, like all of us, they're able to see the soul of Shishupal coming out. When a person dies, the soul will come out in any one of the 9 holes. Do you know that the body has got 9 holes? That is our body. Out of the 9 holes, one of the hole, the soul will come out. When the body is useless, the soul comes out and takes another body. That process Krishna explains in chapter 2 of Bhagavad Gita as a process of transmigration. Correct? When the body is useless and unfit, the soul leaves the body and takes. And Krishna gives a very beautiful example. What does he say? Like a person changing the garments. Today I am wearing this dress. Tomorrow I am wearing some other dress. In the same way, like a person, he puts on new dresses, garments. In the same way, the soul is accepting new bodies. Do you know this, all of you? Good. This is a fact. One should know. So the soul takes on new bodies. So what happened when Shishupal's body was killed? His body is useless. A body cannot function without the soul. When the body became useless, the soul came out. And all of us saw that the soul came, it came out of Shishupal and it entered into Krishna's body. All were surprised. Why they were surprised? When a person dies, the soul comes out. But what is the surprise there? Yes. Even though he blasphemed Krishna, yet it went into the Krishna's body. That means he got liberation. See? Now, again, a question has been raised. What the question? This is a conversation between Yudhishthira Maharaj and Narada Muni, right? So Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking this question. What is that? The same question, similar question raised by, not raised basically, similar question in the context of Parishit Maharaj asking Sukadeva Goswami about the partiality, okay? Now, Narada Muni, Maharaj Parishit asked a question. How did this event take place where a soul of a person who has been constantly abusing Krishna, when he died, the soul came out of the body and merged into Krishna's body? One. Why all of us were surprised is due to the fact that when King Vena also died, King Vena was also blaspheming Krishna. He also blasphemed Krishna. But when King Vena died, he was sent to the hellish planet to suffer. But how come Shishupal did not suffer? He was given the same liberation, which is proximity of Krishna, closer to Krishna. How can this happen? They could not comprehend. And therefore, Maharaj Yudhishthira is saying, my intelligence is disturbed. I cannot understand this. How? For one case, Krishna, sent them to the hellish planet. But Shishupal, he gave liberation. So, Sukadeva Goswami is saying, all this incident, does it mean to say that the Lord is partial or impartial? This is an argument going on. Okay? So that is why Maharaj Yudhishthira is now a little bit bewildered. I could not understand whether Krishna is partial or not. I know the Lord is not. But looking at these examples, I could not understand. So this is what is going on. So, Maharaj Yudhishthira is asking Narada Muni, oh Narada Muni, please tell us why it is like that, why there is a discrepancy. So, Narada Muni is going to explain the future, the verses. But what we'll do today is, first we will see a few cases. Yeah? Is the Lord favoring devotee or is punishing the demons through various incidents in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam? And then we will understand further and then we'll take the conversation. before we go further, when Maharaj Yudhishthira was ruling, when the Rajasuya sacrifice was taking place, that time was a very pious time. When Maharaj Yudhishthira ruled this planet, he was ruling actually Bharatvarsha. When he was ruling, he was, as a king, as an emperor, he was attached to dharma and honesty. That was his basic motto. Yeah? Attachment to dharma and honesty. That was his caliber. Very truthful person. And at that time, just to tell you how people were acting, we'll take a very small example. During that reign of Maharaj Yudhishthira, there were two farmers. Yeah? All of you know farmers, right? Because here, when you say, well, I do not know the farmer, but I know an IT person or an accountant. This is what children do not know who's a farmer. This is a tradition we are in. Huh? I know a payroll attendant, a clerk, an administrative worker, but I do not know who's a farmer. This is a civilization we are in. Why? Because everything is available in the safe way. Someone asked us, a small girl, where do you get the rice? She said, in the safe way. Or Woolsworth. That's the idea they've got. They do not know anything beyond that. This is a culture we are in. Okay. Now, there were two farmers, okay? What happened? One farmer, because of shortage of money, he has to sell it to another farmer. He said, okay, I'm selling my land to you. This is the price, you take the land. So the second farmer who bought the land was doing his work, tilting and, on the farm. And one day, when he was doing some work on the farm, he found a treasure. Gold coins. 1,000 gold coins. He got it from the land. So what did the second farmer do? He said, I bought only the land. I did not buy the treasure. So the treasure belongs to the first farmer. So therefore, he took the treasure and went to the first farmer. He said, you own the land. I bought the land. My price is not here. When you say the price, it says inclusive GST. But at that time, there was no GST. So because it did not include any price tag, GST, so therefore, the gold coin belongs to the first farmer. So he took the gold coin and went to the first farmer. The first farmer said, oh, it is from my land. Okay, fine. When I gave the land, you are the owner. So you got the treasure, so you keep it. The second farmer said, no, the treasure is yours because I bought only the land, not the treasure. The first farmer said, no, you bought the land, the treasure is inside the land, so it belongs to you. Both were fighting for what? For honesty, truthfulness. I don't want this money, you keep it. Now, if we get a $1 billion on the Dank Street, what will we do? Slowly put it in the pocket and go away. And we will say, okay, we will give $10,000 to Radha Ballabha. 990,000 is for me. And we'll buy one milk can for Radha Ballabha. Some butter, that's okay, to please Krishna. Yes? So this is what is happening in Kali Yuga. But at the time, even towards Dwapara Yuga, Maharaj Parishad, that even that time, so much of honesty and dharma and all that were happening. So this is a reign of Maharaj Yudhishthira. So this is where we're talking about. At the time, there was Rajasuya sacrifice and all that, just to give you an idea. Now, now there are various incidents in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam which says that the Lord is partial or favors his devotees. Okay? The first example is when the Lord incarnated as Varahadev. He killed Hiranyaksha. Yeah? To protect, because Hiranyaksha put the world out of orbit. Can you imagine that? The earth should be suspended, right? He put it into the Garbhodaka ocean, out of the orbit. That power he had got, Hiranyaksha. So the Lord has to come and kill him. Now, the Lord, this time, he killed a demon. Okay? Just to favor the demigods. So one may say, oh, note this point. Krishna is favoring Devatas. Okay? This is the first instance. Second, the Lord came as Narsinghadev and killed the demon, Hiranyakashipu, because he gave lot of trouble to his son. Prahlad was a great devotee of Krishna. So Lord has to kill the demon also. So second time the Lord has killed the demon. Now where is the pastime of Hiranyaksha coming in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam? Which canto? Hiranyaksha, which canto? Canto 3. Hiranyakashipu, which canto? 7. See the difference. So therefore, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam is not sequential. Yeah? Because Sukadeva Goswami is answering Maharaj Parishit's question, and suddenly Maharaj Parishit asks, what about this, Sukadeva Goswami? Then he will explain another incident like that. So it's all over the place. So Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, they were two brothers. But Hiranyaksha pastime was discussed in Canto 3. Whereas Hiranyakashipu pastime is going to come now, very soon. Hiranyakashipu's, Canto 7. So that's the two examples. Then the third one was, in the, again, 8th canto only. When in the ocean, milk ocean, was churning, yeah, demons and the Devadas, they were churning the milk ocean. At that time, finally when they got the nectar, Krishna reincarnated as Mohini Murti to snatch the nectar pot from the demons, and he gave to the Devadas. To the extent that one demon by name Raghu, he almost drunk little bit by cheating. Krishna cut off his head. Demons, you should not drink nectar. Look at the partiality, It sounds like partiality. That's what you're going to see. So it's the third instance he did. Demons, showing, kind of a partiality and favoring the demons. Killing the demons and favoring the Devatas. So, and another one is again 8th canto. Just to reinstate to reinstate King Indra in his original kingdom, Krishna has to come as a dark Brahmana. What's his reincarnation? What's the reincarnation called as? Vaman Devi came to take away the kingdom from Bali Maharaj by force and give it to Indra. Krishna did it again. He took it from the demons and gave it to the Devatas. This is the fourth instance the Lord did like that. So looking at all that, one may wonder, yes, Krishna is partial. Yeah? He's always favoring the devotees and not favoring the demons. One may come to the conclusion. And that is why the whole discussion is there. Now let us see how the Lord is also favoring the demons. Yes. First is okay. Why is the Lord favoring the demons as well? Because actually the Lord's partiality is not partiality, it's a reciprocal nature. When someone reciprocates, Lord also reciprocates. That is to do with the reciprocal nature of the Lord, as Lord describes in 4.11. That I reciprocate with the person who is reciprocating with me in whatever mood they come with. If you got a fighting mood, fine, I'll fight. If you got a loving mood, fine, I'm ready for it. So the Lord reciprocates with the person who comes. And therefore, with when it comes to Devadas, is reciprocating. But when it comes to demon, what happens is they're approaching Lord with a negative attitude, negative characteristics. And therefore, what the Lord does, they correct the negativity and they help them mercifully to uplift them. Yeah? Because whatever Krishna does, whether it is good or bad to that person, is always good. Anything Krishna does is always good. But we see in the world of duality as this is bad, this is good. So, when Krishna helps or when Krishna takes care or protects the Devadas, he also helps the demons in a similar way, mercifully uplifting them and punishing them for their negative activities. So let us see how the Lord is acting now. First, before the Mahabharata war, Duryodhana was bent upon killing the Pandavas. You know how many times the Lord has taken, plants as a messenger, and so many times he tried to convince Duryodhana that why do you want to fight? At least you give small villages, 5 villages to the Pandavas, and you can stop the war. But they did not listen. And therefore, Krishna tried his best to convince. But what did Duryodhana was listening to? Who he was listening to? Duryodhana? He did not want to listen to Krishna. So Duryodhana listened to whom? Sahuni, Dushasana and Karna. He was listening. And therefore, he was getting ill advice, which did not work out for him. And the second one is, when Ravana kidnapped Sita Devi, Lord, many times he said, return Sita and you'll be forgiven. Ravana was so stubborn that Rama has to come and kill him. That opportunity was given. It's not that Krishna said, oh, you take it, I'm going to kill you. So many opportunities, so many messengers, but he did not listen. Third instance, this one, Shishupala. Krishna warned him, say, you are crossing, be careful. He said, doesn't matter. And then Krishna has to kill him. Okay? So, the Lord is also favoring the demons to change their character, to punish them. For example, in a classroom, someone is listening to the teacher. The teacher is also happy to help the student. But if someone is at the last bench, they're making some noise and mischievous things, then the teacher is not inclined. The teacher is going to punish. Like parents also, In the similar way, Krishna has taken up the role. So now, I'm going to ask you a question. Is the judge responsible for the distress and happiness of different people? Because the judge, by his verdict, is sentencing a person to death. Another person will be free from the prison. So the judge is giving the verdict. Yeah? Does it mean that the judge is responsible? No. The persons are responsible for their own reason, for their own deed, good or bad. So in the same way, according to their own deeds, they are getting the reward. The judge is not responsible for it. So, different people respond or reciprocate with Krishna in their mood, different moods. Okay? Now, to explain to that through an example, do you know the story of elephant and a blind person? Do you know that story? Blind person and an elephant. Anyone knows the story? It's a simple story. Old story. You know, is it? Okay. Now, once there were some few blind people living in a village. Once a particular animal called elephant came because they do not know. Yeah? elephant came. So they said there is an animal called elephant. If you want, you can have a look and just see how you feel. So there are 5 or 6 blind person. They went to see the elephant. Because they're blind, they cannot see. So each one said, come on, I will tell you how the elephant looks like. The first person, what did he do? He went and touched the elephant's ear. And he said that, elephant is a fan. It's like a fan, chamara. Then another person touched the elephant's trunk. He said, oh, elephant, it's like a big snake. Then the third person touched the tusk, the elephant tusk. He said, oh, this is like a spear. The fourth person, he touched the elephant's leg. And he said, oh, it's like a big pillar. The fifth person touched the elephant's tail. And what did he say? First of all, you're at the distance, Anuksha. And on top of that, you're putting the mask also. I can't even hear you. What is it? Like a rope. Tail is like a rope. So, what's happening now? 5 different persons gave description of the elephant in different manner. But they are all correct. So, in the same way, if you approach Krishna and want to know the impersonal aspect, only Lord will show you only as light. Then according to them, Lord is 1,000 watts Philip lamp. That's it. They do not know anything. They do not know the Lord is a person who is accepting bhoga. Lord also eats. Today Lord has taken puri. Do you know that? Do you know that Krishna has eaten puri today morning? Don't know. He has eaten now. This is how the Lord, because they got no idea. They think everything is light. How can the light eat? This is the first conception. Then the second person is Paramatma. Of course, they know the Lord is there, but they think the Lord is only confined to me. I'll reciprocate with the Lord. And I will talk to the Lord, and whatever I want, I'll get it through mystic performance. Ashtanga Yoga. There is a second category. The third category is Bhagavan. That the Lord is everywhere and also in his abode. And he can do anything he wants. He can eat through the eyes also. He does not have to eat like us. For us, if the finger is not there, finished. How can we eat? For the Lord, he can eat through the eyes. When the bhoga is there, Lord can do. That's why in Janmashtami, Krishna is offered how many items, Prabhu? 500, 600 items. Can you eat 500 items? We can't even look at it. Krishna is eating all of them. So, different people are reacting. In the same way, Krishna also reciprocates. Whatever way one wants to fight with Krishna, yes. One wants to love Krishna, yes. One wants to take a stick and eat Krishna, that's also ready. You can become a mother. So, second, that's the first example. The second example is, there is a cup of milk. Cruelty-free milk. I buy. Okay? Cruelty-free milk, right? Our milk is known as Ahimsa milk. Now they changed the name. Now I get this milk and I am smelling the milk. Can I taste the milk by smelling? By looking at the milk, can I get the taste? By hearing about the benefits of the milk, can I know the real benefits? Will I get it? No. By touching the milk, will I get the benefit? No. What should I do if I want to get the benefit of the milk? Drink it. So, by touching, by seeing, by hearing, it's not going to, by smelling, you don't get the benefit of the milk. What you have to do to get the benefit of the milk? You have to drink it. So that is why Krishna also, through the devotional service only you can understand. A simple milk, we will not get the benefit just by looking at it. So just people come here, look at Krishna. 1 hour. Oh, you get some benefit. but then it's gone. So what we should do? We should come and do what Krishna would like us to do. Bhaktiya mam abhijanati. Through the bhakti process. And it's very simple. Very simple bhakti process. Hearing and chanting. This is a fundamental process of bhakti. Bhakti is not something, people think, bhakti means I should leave my family. I leave my job. What will happen to me? I leave my house. I want to come and live in the temple. No. That's not bhakti. That is bhakti for advanced people who can renounce. But for us, what is bhakti? Simply hear about Krishna and chant about Krishna. Chanting this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Now all of us have performed bhakti. Then chanting, hearing about Krishna, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, that's what we are doing now. That is bhakti. So all of you, have you performed bhakti or not now? You have. So you can do this all the time. Bhakti is not leaving Victoria and living in Amazon forest. Yeah? You can live in the center of Victoria, in Albert Park, pay your bills, chant, and go back to Godhead. Do you know this process? Yeah? So amazing process given by the Founder-Acharya. You need not have to leave your job. Just the process of bhakti. So easy. And take prasadam. Is it difficult to eat? So what a process, Chanting and hearing. Fundamental principles of devotional service. There are 9 stages of process of devotion service. But this is a fundamental thing. One should start. And then you get Vishnu Smaranam. You think of Vishnu. First you have to start by hearing. Hear. Come and talk, listen about Krishna. All the anarthas in the heart will go away. One will be very happy. All of you will be very happy now, correct? Because all the anarthas has gone. The moment you go out of the temple, I can't guarantee. Slowly the problem will come. Oh, I have to work. I have not paid my mortgage. Oh, the interest rates are going up. The petrol prices today, 1.99. But when we are with Krishna, we are very happy. This is how it is. Reservoir of happiness, Krishna. All of you can experience that. It is not that only I am experiencing or you, right? All of us, when you come in contact with Krishna, one has to be happy. When you turn on the light, you get light. When you turn on the switch, you get the light. And when you get the light, you get all the illumination is there and the darkness goes away. Naturally it happens. You need not have to make an endeavor and take a broom and a stick. A darkness, go away. Darkness, go away. Turn on the light, the darkness goes away. How it goes away? How the darkness goes? It just goes away because there is a light. In the same way, when you add Krishna, impurities go away. How it goes away? It goes away. That is how Krishna is powerful. Any means of adding Krishna onto your life, the impurities will go away. That is how it works. It is so powerful, it is. Krishna conscious movement. Okay. So, for that, bhakti, we all have to have the servitude attitude, service attitude. Okay, service. So, we are basically like a servant. When you say servant, they'll say, servant? No, this is the highest position. The highest position in Victoria is not the premier of Victoria, but the servant of Krishna. To become a servant of Krishna, to clean this for the Lord. This is the highest position, not the premier of Victoria. So, for service or servants, right, there are 4 levels. of servants. Do you know that? There are 4 levels or types of servants. I tell you who they are. So let us see. We can include. Now we know that all we are coming and behaving as a servant, right? In front of Krishna, Krishna is authority, okay? No way we can beat him. If I've got some $100 in the cash, Krishna has got millions and millions of dollars. So that cannot work. Beauty, I cannot compete. Talking, I cannot compete with Krishna. Then famous is famous. Renunciation. So anything, Krishna is the top on the list. So what can we do? We have to be servant to him. Come and say, Krishna, please help me. Now, that servants are of 4 types, okay? All of you listen and you assess what kind of servant you are, okay? Out of the 4 types. The first one is obviously the lowest servant. How does he behave? Someone has to tell this person what to do. He does the job with a lot of excuses. Oh, today, I'll say, coming out with a lot of excuses. Do you want to take this bucket upstairs? No, my shoulder is gone. I am under physio. What about the left? Oh, left is under osteopath. This is gone. All these excuses. So they are the lowest servant. And finally, please do that. One day you work. Okay, give me half a bucket. I'll carry like that. This is the lowest servant. They do the job for Krishna after a lot of excuses and all that. So this is okay, but the lowest category. The next category is, they see that lot of work is available and they do the job. No need to tell them. Why that Achaman cup is there? Everyone will see, no one will take care. The Achaman should not be there. It should be in the paraphernalia room. So therefore, I will take it and put it in the paraphernalia room. See, no one tells me. The temple president is not telling me. You just see that. Why Achaman cup should be in the temple room? Maybe from the morning it is there. So it should go into the paraphernalia room for wash. Okay? So it sees that and gets a job. That's the second category. The third category is that person goes and finds out. Now I'm come here. I have been associated with Delhi ISKCON. I've come here for 2 months vacation in summer. Can you give me some job? I used to cut potatoes there. Can I cut some potatoes? Can you give me some job? This is a third type devotees. He wants to help Krishna. He wants to do some service, so he asks out of interest. This is okay. Higher than the second type, which is the third type. The fourth type is the best. And that is our Founder-Acharya. What is that? One will ask himself, what is expected of me? How can I serve Krishna the best? For example, first time when our Founder-Acharya met his guru, who is Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, he said, he did not even command. He said, there is like a suggestion. I think you are very educated. You should teach the science of Krishna consciousness to the English-speaking countries. That's all he mentioned. He did not say, I command you, I order you to go. He did not use that word. You are very educated, I think. Probably you should take up. Probably like that. What did Prabhupada took as a mission impossible? He made it mission possible. He said, yes, my duty, my goal is to give Krishna consciousness to everyone in this universe. He took up this. Did anyone tell Srila Prabhupada? Prabhupada, if you do like that, you become famous. Then we will worship you. He asked himself, what is expected of me? How I should do the best for Krishna? And therefore, they are the highest. They are the topmost servants of Krishna. Okay? But all of us cannot be on that category. It's a high level. Maybe in the first 1, 2, 3, most of us, including myself, on the first category only. People have to tell me, do this, do that, and I'll do it. Okay? So we know these 4 categories. Let us try to achieve, So we should always ask, what is expected of me from Krishna? What do Krishna want from me? And then do that. Help others. Okay. So finally, to conclude, in this verse number 21, Srila Prabhupada says, very, very important clue Srila Prabhupada is giving. What is that? To solve the difficult problems of life. Do all of you have got problems, or all of you are very happy all the time? Do anyone has got problems? Okay. Only Prabhu has got problem. I have got problem. All of you looks like you do not have problems. Yeah? Srila Prabhupada is saying here, please listen. In the purport, when one is perplexed by the difficult problems of life, to solve them, one must approach a guru like Narada Muni. Therefore, to solve the problems of life, you cannot go to the physio or a cardiologist, yeah, or a dentist. They'll only solve the problem or make it worse. Yeah. Once I went to the dentist, of course, for cleaning. There was a teeth there. They said, this teeth, we have to bore it, make it into the hole, and then seal it. I said, why do you want to make it a hole and seal it? No, it is good for your teeth. I said, as such, it's good. I don't want. It's a fact. It's a fact. Not joking. He said, we have to drill it, make a hole or something, and then seal it. It'll be better for you. I said, then much better if you don't give me advice. So this is how it is. So they're all complicating problems. So the best solution is to approach a guru, a bona fide guru. Why? Because he will give you spiritual instructions to solve the problems of life. Yeah? So what is a common problem for all of us in this room? What is a common problem? Yeah. Birth, death, old age, disease. See, I may have some bank issues. Someone else have got something else. Liver issues, something else. Dentist issues, physio. But the common problem for all of us is birth, death, old age, disease. Yeah? So that problem can be solved. The future problem can be solved, not in this birth. In this birth, we are already born. So by approaching a bona fide spiritual master, at least next birth, we can do something about it. Yes? Okay, so we'll stop here. Thank you very much for being very attentive. And the New Year Day, of course, we should have to be a little bit serious also. So that is why it was like this. So we have to take some vow or something that how I'm going to increase, how I'm going to progress in my life, not materially. Once you come to Australia, materially you will progress, don't worry. You will get money. Yeah? But spiritually, are we advancing? That's a question we have to ask. So for this new year, we should spiritually advance. Radical change, new. Some change should be there for us to advance. Yeah? And then our problems in life will be solved gradually. Okay. We'll stop here. If there is any questions or comments or reflections. Prabhu, ask a simple and a general, simple question, Prabhu.
To do devotional service, there are many other processes as well. Why do we more focus on the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and all?
More focused on Hare Krishna. Very simple process. In this world of Kali Yuga, everything is complicated. Yeah? Everything is complicated. So, because our mind, our intelligence is all the time focused, if you don't focus on the work, they'll kick you out. Yeah? If you drive, if you're not careful, then accident. If you don't eat proper food, cholesterol. If you take too much sugar, diabetic. So we have to be careful, all walks of life. But in this movement, chanting is such an easy process. And through the chanting, you are able to understand the reality of life. Okay? For other process, right, you have to close your nose like this, concentrate on the tip of the nose with half open so that you don't sleep. All this process can we do, Prabhu? So, our general way of life is we want to get up, take some breakfast, go to work, come back, and things like that, okay? For that, this is a very highly suited process. All you have to do is get up, chant, go to work, come back, again chant, here. Very easy process. And this is bhakti. And by doing this, one automatically realizes that he's a spirit soul. You need not have to go through a lot of process, difficult process. You need not have to follow Ashtanga yoga. Go to the forest, leave your family, and then come back, and then say, I'm a spirit soul. And then the wife will leave you and go. So, this process is very easy. You can do it anywhere. It is taken by everyone. For example, Ashtanga yoga, only a person who is very strong or determined he can do. We cannot do. Ladies cannot do. Can you go to the forest and, close your mouth and watch on the, concentrate tip of the nose and half open, the lion will be coming, and then that's it, we are finished. Where can to chant? We are going to the forest to chant. If one tiger comes, they're finished. Yeah? So this is a practical process. You can go, get up, sit on the sofa and chant. Who asked you to sit on the floor? Yes? In the shower you can chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. That's a simple process. You have to eat, right? You cannot say, no, 5 days I'm going to fast. Then what happens? We have to come and see you in the Monash hospital. Here, we are offering to Krishna and we are getting spiritual food. So the body is happy, the soul is also happy. Conditional activity, constitutional activity, Srila Prabhupada said. We are a combination of body and soul. For the body, we are doing all the things, okay? Seeing movie, going to the cricket match, everything. What are you going to do for the soul? Very difficult. So by taking prasadam, by chanting, the soul properties will develop. Anyone can do. By chanting Krishna's name again, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. And then eating prasadam. We'll be serving you prasadam. That you can take. Then association of devotees. See, we are all, it is said that a human is a social animal, He wants to talk to people. How long can we not talk to the people? I can't do that. We have to say, hello Prabhu, how are you? Yeah, Hare Krishna, everyone good. We have to talk, isn't it? Of course, Mataji's I do not have to say. So, Krishna conscious family, big family. What's the point in only talking to your husband and the child? Oh, all of us will be good. It's a big family. We have got a big family. All of us will come and we'll worship Krishna. This is what Srila Prabhupada wants. So that is very practical. So very practical process, Krishna conscious. In this Kali Yuga. And very quickly you can go back. Nowadays, we don't live for 100 years. If you do not have diabetic, cholesterol, we can live for 65. If anyone has got cholesterol and all this problem, then difficult. 65 only itself difficult. Yes, Prabhu.
So, Prabhuji, there are many other mantras also. Why do we focus on Hare Krishna
In
Mahamantra?
Kali Yuga, this is a Yuga Dharma. given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in Kali Yuga there may be mantras, but it's not as effective as Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So the recommended process in Kali Yuga is Hare Krishna Mahamantra, the 16 syllable mantra given by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So other mantras worshipping Krishna or Vishnu is okay, but it will not be as powerful as that. Who is that? Someone else the other day they said, right? One name of 1,000 names of Vishnu is one name of Rama. Yeah? And 3 name of Rama is. So if you say Krishna, it is 3,000 names of Lord Vishnu, correct? Keshava, Madhava, Narayana, Vaikunta, Madhusudana, Vamana, Narasingha. All this. If you say Krishna, 3,000 names over. What a Meyer sale, Prabhu. Yeah? Correct, right? Very good choice. So thank you very much, Prabhu. I know you asked this question for the benefit of everyone. Thank you. Hare Krishna. And let us all benefit also. Hare Krishna. Gantharaj Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nithai Gaura Premanandi.
Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsam Shri Rupam Chakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tvam Sajivam Shadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-Vrinda Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-Vrinda Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur-Bhakta-Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna